So Palace then attacking the Sainsbury's end in the first half. Bury getting us underway, or so it looked. But, the referee's whistle indicating the kickoff has to be taken again. And as usual, once the game is kicked off on the far side, Terry Venables makes his way to his seat. Actually missed a Sheffield United shot that hit the bar on Sunday. And there he is, just collecting the ball. A nice little right-footed pass back to the player taking the throw. Very clear. Referee for the second time having to call a kick back and having it retaken. Of course, the advantage had gone, and Dave Tuttle gives the ball away. Now he could be in trouble, got to chase back. It's Matthews, who did some powerful surging runs for Bury last week, getting a crossover, a chance here for a goal. It is a goal. Bury have taken the lead. Bury, to the shock of the crowd, have taken the lead after just 11 minutes. It's number 4, Nick Dawes. All came about from a terrible free kick from Dave Tuttle. Matthews running down the right, his low cross swept in from inside the 6-yard box by Nick Dawes, and Bury have scored away from home for the first time this season. It's at the expense of Palace, and after just 11 minutes it's Palace 0, Bury 1. And the crowd stunned. Well, who would have thought that? It was rather quiet amongst the crowd at the beginning, but one or two signs of frustration already. So plenty of time, and let's not forget the players on the bench if things continue to go wrong for Palace. I know there's only 13-14 minutes gone, but the likes of Sasa Churchic and Matthias Svensson on the bench offer potential. So Warhurst going up left. It's only one Bury player up. They really are funding their players back already. Now here comes Warhurst trying to find a way through. Still Warhurst, he's done it! Paul Warhurst equalises. Paul Warhurst starting the move on the left. Suddenly popping up in the penalty area through a couple of half-hearted challenges, it has to be said, and then just poking the ball home. Well, Bury players complaining. I'm not quite sure what for, but it's just academic, because on 15 minutes, 14-15 minutes, Palace are level. Paul Warhurst, the perfect return for him. Palace 1, Bury 1, goals galore at Selhurst. Billy. Woodward. A couple of Bury players free on the right. Don't know what happened there in the Palace defence. Another low cross coming over, and another goal. It's Andy Priest. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? Andy Priest has scored against his former club. How often has this happened at Selhurst? And not only that, a carbon copy of the first goal. Palace leaving a lot of space down their left flank. Glum, stony-faced Terry Venables, I'm sure, as Palace fall once again for the sucker punch just before the break. And to rub salt into the wounds, the goal scored by ex-Palace man Andy Priest. Great atmosphere on Sunday, which I'm sure lifted the players. Rizzo's free kick, in it goes, free header here, surely a goal, it is! Bruce Dyer, the perfect answer. Bruce Dyer substituted on Sunday, gets the equaliser, free kick from Rizzo. And Bruce Dyer listening to the applause of the crowd with added glee at a torrid time of late. And he's netted the equaliser for Palace within 90 seconds of the restart. So for the second time, Palace come from behind. Well-flighted free kick from Nicky Rizzo. Around fully 50 yards there. As Linnigan just about keeping out Andy Priest, rather. I think a bit tired, one or two of these Bury players. A lot of defending for them to do tonight. Rizzo, and a deflection, a goal! Clinton Morrison has made it 3. Nicky Rizzo, shot deflected by the Palace number 9. He's delighted. He continues his scoring run against Bury. 64 minutes gone. Clinton Morrison celebrates in style. It's Palace 3, Berry 2. And Clinton Morrison, he's battled hard all night and deserves that bit of good fortune, or perhaps we could call it opportunism. Let's certainly watch that again. It's Nicky Ritso's left-footed shot, seemed to be going wide, deflected into the net by Clinton Morrison. So nice to see Palace score 3 goals at Selhurst. And who knows, perhaps more to come. Possibly one here. And Kurtz, certainly a penalty it is, a penalty for Palace. Well, no doubt about that. The pace of Churchich, always too much for the defender there, and is the referee going to punish the defender further? I really don't think Berry can complain. You get the obvious appeals about a dive. Can Lombardo make it 4? Tio Lombardo, a chance to make it 4, drilled home, and again, celebrations at the Holmesdale end. A familiar style of Antonio Lombardo when he scored. A dramatic turnaround in 2 minutes. 66 minutes gone. It's Palace 4, Berry 2. At last, the Palace pressure paying off.
So it's the Shakers who get us underway this afternoon. Attacking in this first half, the goal to our right. I'm sure the Shakers will be glad to see Gigg Lane. They've had 3 away trips on the trot. Twice they've had to go down to South London. Dawes lets it run out. He knows it's going to be a throw. Long one. Matthews inside for Priest. Can he turn? Yes, he can. Well, he's hit the side netting. It also took a deflection. Whether the goalkeeper got to that one or it was his defender, I'm not quite sure, but the result is... This time near post. Oh, it would have been an own goal as it crossed the line. Well, I thought on this near side the linesman had flagged, but the ball obviously hadn't crossed the line fully. Well, the referee, I think, awarded a free kick to Bristol City. Drilled into the near post. Great chance. Well, Akin Baye had a superb opportunity as the ball came across the face of goal from Hutchins. It came at some pace, and all Akin Baye could do was to seem to block it. Barrick. Matthews. Across the face of goal. Well, another close opportunity. Matthews. Still Matthews. Good run from Matthews. Well, he couldn't get the power on his shot. And it bobbled through to the keeper. Bell. Cram plays it inside. Hutchins, Akin Baye. Oh, it's gone just wide. Another good opportunity for Bristol City. Steve Redmond complaining to referee Mr. Wiley that there was a push. Chins with an overhead. It's going to be a penalty. Akin Baye pulled back. Laketti let him go. And Kylie's gone the wrong way. Bristol City have the lead then. A penalty by Mickey Bell. Creasy's header inside. Well, there seemed to be a push, and the referee didn't give it. Patterson battling ever so well. Great chance! Well, that should have been the equaliser from Baldry. What a good chance for the Shakers. Bristol City about to make a substitution, or is it the Shakers? I'm not sure which. Will lob it upfield. Priest with the header. Billy charges it down. Jemson, chance for Priest. Oh, he's put it over the top. Well, a great chance for the Shakers. The Bristol City fans held their breaths. The ball went wide.
12 games played for Bury, 4 wins, 4 draws and 4 defeats, so something will certainly change tonight. In their 12 games they've only scored 9, but they've only conceded 8. And 4 of those, half of those were only the other week when Crystal Palace got their revenge for getting knocked out of the Worthington Cup, when Crystal Palace put 4 past them. There's a roar. The ball out on the far side to Lee Mills. Beagrie inside to Watson, back to Beagrie. Beagrie twisting about. What's this? Well, it was a far post ball, and it will go into touch for the first goal kick in the match, but that was a neat little move built up right from the kick-off. And this might be a game tonight of set pieces. A lot of big men there, a lot of strength. Ball played in. Woof. Dreyer just got enough to get that ball away from Di Giaffo. Just, well, if it had been my head of head, he'd have missed it. Another deep ball in. Offside. Sorry, Berry's right. Walsh, ball hanging in the air. Pepper underneath. It takes the knock from John Rose. Good effort. Whew. Well, what a great effort from Watson. And a great piece of refereeing there from Mr. Laws. Allowed advantage, but what a tremendous piece of perception. Mills, a little knockdown. Wouldn't argue too much with that, but throw in to Bradford. Laketti getting above Mills. Pepper. Mills plays a 1-2 with the referee. Falls kindly for Peter Beagrie. Left knee, bandaged. Beagrie was thinking of a shot then. Plays it to Watson. Watson. Yes! Yes! Robbie Blake. 14 minutes. 1-0. Tremendous piece of work. Ball played in. Watson got away from the defenders, put a shot in, which Keeley did well to save to his right, but there was Robbie Blake slipping the ball in. 1-0. Gets support from Lee Todd on this near side. Watson to Mells, through to Pepper. Pepper now tries a shot. Good effort from Nigel Pepper, but I don't think he realised a little ball played, an angle ball in for Robbie Blake, who was inside the defender, but that was a good move, that was better. So, survival for Bury there. 2 scares at either end in the closing minutes of this half, which has been very combative, to say the least. This is Priest, swings the ball in. Moore looks it away, gives Priest another goal. Priest swings another ball in. And that's straight into the hands of Gary Walsh from the head of Nicky Dawes. Right on the 45 minutes. Played Lee Todd, brilliant play. Kidded his ex-county teammate, Andy Priest. Fell for the 3-card trick there as Blake turns on that far touchline. Loses out to Dawes. Certainly, Dawes always in the thick of it for Bury. Mills wins this one. Moore comes. And that'll be a booking. Red card on Redmond. I thought that was his second booking. Silly challenge by Steve Redmond. He got a booking in the first half, and now 4 minutes into the second half. And credit to Bury on a Friday night, busy Friday night, they've brought a few up. But at the moment they're seeing their team down to 10 men and trailing to that 14th minute goal from as Priest tries to get round Moore. Moore recovers. Todd picks up the loose pieces, drives it forward. Neat layoff by Bagan, and McCall breaking. Bury trying to get back to Mills. Back to McCall. Yes! Yes! What a goal by Stuart McCall! Brilliant goal! 55 minutes. What a goal! "55 minutes, Bradford go 2-0 in the lead." John Rose knocks the ball in again. Jacobs to Mills. Neat little layoff from McCall. Bradford come away with it again. I'm sure as the game goes on, if Bradford can keep forcing Bury to run the full length of the field to try and get the ball back, I'm sure Bury will tire in the end. Baker now taking on Dawes. Can't get a shot in. Watson. Ooh! Well, sold Chris McKetty. The one through the legs. The game was quieting down a little bit at the moment. McCall to Mills. Gets it back off Mills. Back to Bagley. Bagley now going to take on Woodward. Inside, outside. Ooh! So his plan. Look for a 1-2 off the number 7's head, but Chris Swales let us down there. He didn't put the ball under the bar. Down the line for Mills. Swales, never too far from him. Mills, good play by Lee Mills, but gives it away. Dreyer, calmly, just inside his own half, flips it forward. Well picked up by John Rose. Watson can't get the bounce, so it's Matthews just below us. Leaves it for John Rose. Oof. There's Bagley now getting away from McKetty. Chance for Peter Bagley. Bagley. Yes! Peter Bagley makes it 3-0. And for the second week running. Chris Lucchetti makes a mistake. It was his mistake last week that gave Bristol City the goal. Greer, back to Todd, to Greer. Plays upfield towards Begbie. Waits for it. In the end, it's Mills on his chest. Mills right down the centre now. To Isaiah Rankin. Rankin. Ooh, just not too far away. Good effort by Rankin. Didn't really trouble the keeper. Rankin. Just about gets it through to Mill. Chance for Pepper now. Chance for Pepper against his old teammate. Good save by Keeley. Well, every times at York has that happened on the practice pitch. Dean Keeley read it well. Nigel Pepper, ex-York City against ex-York City. And superb defensive qualities. They've managed to keep the scoreline somewhere respectable. Dawes, well, tremendous save by Gary Walsh and an excellent strike by Nicky Dawes. One goal. And certainly the goals are coming thick and fast here at the Pull Stadium in the last couple of games. 7 goals so far in the last couple of games. There's Andy O'Brien now coming forward. Mills to Pepper. Todd's going, wants it, Todd gets it. Oh, not too far away, although. He had a bit of a nosebleed when he gets there. Only scored 2 league goals in his career as Lee Todd.
Priest playing against Stockport County. I'm sure that'll be a special occasion for him this afternoon. He served the Esley Park club well over the years he was there. Still remains a firm favourite with the faithful who are gathered over to our left. To get the game underway, attacking from right to left in this first half. Manager Warnock has brought in Mark Patterson in the number 3 shirt this afternoon. The Shakers have taken but 1 out of the last 15 points available and have really begun to slide down the table. Connolly. Lucchetti gets a good challenge in. Here's Patterson. De Jaffo. Flynn for Stockport. It was a handball. Play on, says the referee. The ball's played across. It's a great chance. Well, the chance struck Graham Branch, and if it hadn't struck Graham Branch, that would have been the opening goal this afternoon. County very close then to breaking the deadlock. Just past the quarter of an hour stage, still 0-0. Nash clears upfield. The ball back, plays it up towards the edge of the penalty area. Wilbraham, well, he dramatically went to the ground, and the referee, despite the arm stretch from Tony Dinning pleading for a penalty, said no chance. Blasted over the top by Paul Cook. The Shakers discussing this free kick. Stockport County have decided to leave just one in the wall. Can you call one a wall? I don't know. And here's Patterson. Blasts it. Laketti puts it back into the penalty area. Matthews strikes it, and a second time, it's just wide. That's the best opportunity this first half for the Shakers. A sharp shot there from Matthews, and Carlo Nash diving to his right-hand side. The ball just beat the post. Jaffa got his head to it. Dawes hits one. That was an excellent save from Nash. Dawes hit it full on the volley. And Nash getting down low to his left. Pushes the ball behind for a corner. Patterson then with the corner. Probably got moved that point. And Branch has got the better here. Can he score? Yes, he can. Well, Redmond didn't get his challenge in. Kiley was drawn, and Laketti couldn't prevent the ball from going in the back of the net. Branch scores on the hour. Issuing some instructions from the bench, trying to prevent the Shakers from sliding to a fifth successive league defeat. Billy takes the throw. Here's Patterson. Oh, and the Shakers give it away. Branch. Kiley saves it. Cooper was probably in a better position, but Branch thought he should try. Dawes' throw. Laketti gets his head to it. Here's Priest. John Rose! Deflected wide. Shakers have a corner. The ball holds up. John Rose just about keeps it on. Finds Matthews. Gets the ball across, he drove it across, and Nash made a good save. This is a good spell by the Shakers. Fighting to get back on level terms. Here's Kiley. Laketti. Patterson. Delivers a good cross. Oh, it's a goal from Matthews. He hit it on the volley, and there was nothing that the county defence could do about that one. A good cross from the left-hand side. And Matthews hit it first time. The Shakers back on level terms. Well, the Shakers give it away, edge of the penalty area. Woodthorpe tries a shot. Oh, it's come off the foot of the post. It struck Steve Redmond, came off the foot of the post. And the Shakers almost falling behind to an own goal. Oxford United, the visitors here to Gigg Lane tonight, and it's they all in yellow who will get the game underway. With the Shakers defending the goal to our right in this first half. The second game in 4 days for the Shakers following the 1-1 draw with Stockport County on Saturday. The Shakers will be looking to get maximum points here tonight, just to keep the points total ticking over. It's been on 16 points for far too long before that point gained on Saturday. Priest. Ball cleared. Smith laying the ball wide. He's continued his run as Smith and gets the ball back. 3 to aim for with the cross. The shot comes in. And that was a fine save from Dean Windus by Dean Kiley. Oxford United have the first corner of the evening. Good move by the visitors. Billy, back to Dawes. Patterson. To Jaffo. Patterson. Just gone wide. That's something for the crowd to applaud. Came off Rob Matthews. Oxford back in possession. Oh, a great chance. Well, how did he miss? That was the best chance of the night, and Matt Murphy holds his head because Oxford United should be one up. Chance, it's sliced wide by Les Robinson. The ball came all the way across. Les Robinson saw side of goal. He had to hit it first time, and he just sliced it wide. Ellis. Here's Patterson. Shakers seem to pull away from that ball. That's not a bad ball at all. Oxford have done well here. Well, it deserved a goal. A lovely move by Oxford United. A long ball to David Smith on this near side. The ball was put across, and again it was Windus with the chance, and he put the ball wide of the post. Headed back. And a great chance here now for Ellis. Ships it over to Jaffo. It's gone just wide. Ellis with a lovely cross. It was too far away from the keeper for him to try to get it. And it was just right for Jaffo to attack. Patterson wins possession. Dawes seemed to get a shove. The ball heading in the right direction. Here's John Rose. Billy. Matthews. And still Matthews. Well, no penalty, would you believe it? Well, Mr. Lynch says no penalty. It'll be interesting to have another look at that one, because that seemed as clear a penalty as we've seen for a while. But Mr. Lynch is indicating to all who will listen that the ball was won. Well, he's quite capable of hitting one himself from here, or he could just play it into the penalty area where there's plenty of white shirts. And he tries hitting one, and it's gone all the way through. Yes, it has. Well, I'm not sure who's going to claim it. I really am not sure who's going to claim that one at all. The free kick from Patterson must have had some moisture on the ball, because it's just started raining, and it went through goalkeeper Phil Whitehead's hands. Maybe Swales got the last touch. We'll have to wait and see. But Oxford certainly haven't given this game up yet. 10 minutes plus injury time left. The Shakers leading by a goal to nil. Here's Joey Beecham. Good cross. Oh, he's hit the post. Windus holds his head. A fabulous run from Joey Beecham. Windus hit it. And the ball cannon back off the post, and the Shakers get it clear for a corner. What a let-off.
It's Bury who kick off, trying to become the first team to put a dent in Sunderland's unbeaten record so far this season. 17 league and cup matches now without a defeat. Bacon. Ketty is the central defender there. Not getting too much headway against Bridges. John Rose beaten in the challenge by Ball. Sunderland retained possession. Ray trying to open it out. It's an excellent pass to Johnston. There's Quinn there offering support alongside instead of the central target. Bridges was in the middle, but it's all the way through for Dean Kiely. Really good crossfield pass, though, by Alex Ray to set that attack on its way. Bridges. Ball, he's the man in form. Oh! It was really well struck, that one. Just laid square. And a crisp shot flying no more than a yard or so wide. Melville. Quinn. Got the shot in. Maybe hoping to catch Dean Kiely by surprise. Didn't quite do that, but it was still a decent bit of control, and the shot hit the target. Jaffo knocking it on for Ellis, just a little glancing ball down, and that was really well hit by Nick Dawes. It was a counter-attack absolutely out of nothing. Nick Dawes, a good 20-25 yards from goal, decided to have a go first time. working it calmly out to Makin on an overlap. Somebody is infield. Makin onto the left foot, looking for Quinn. It was a good ball in. He did well to get over the top of the defender. Went for the far post. Well, Quinn has got on the end of several good crosses in, but he's just not able to meet them and get that angle of attack spot on. Melville. Gray snapping away, but Japot impressive there. Gray with the cover. Somerby with a neat ball down, ball having to stretch. And Berry got it back again. This is Chris Billy. Patterson. Skidding shot, but it was off target and Sorensen could just watch it go harmlessly wide. Makin carrying the ball cross field, finds his fullback partner Michael Gray, skips around one. There's a sense of real danger when Gray starts to come forward like this. Dichio trying to get there, that's it! It's Danny Dichio, the substitute, who's broken the deadlock. 12 minutes gone. 12 minutes left in the game. And finally the goal that Sunderland have been working for. Dichio off the bench for Bridges. Michael Gray with yet another dangerous ball in. And the sub is on target. 4 minutes to go. Sunderland with the throw. Makin in for Dichio. Ray. Somerby, Ray again, and Makin. Somerby twisting and working hard, and getting around his man. That's good work by Nicky Somerby. Still he's got it, still he's got to give it, and Ray takes over instead. Ray opens up the angle for the shot. Just couldn't quite get the curve on it. But it was smart work by Alex Ray, who first supported Nicky Somerby, then got possession, checked inside, and had a crack. Carney's come all the way out as well, and he knocks it back in. Sunderland just holding their line to do the defending, and Quinn again back to do his stuff. Somerby carries it forward. More good work by Patterson in midfield, and still Berry battle on. That's Matthews, and this is Ellis out wide. Matthews, the substitute's gone into a central position. Good defending again. It just wouldn't fall for Nick Dawes. Sorensen, oh, what was he doing there? That was nearly one of the all-time howlers. Sorensen going for the continental punch and completely getting underneath the ball and lifting it across his own bar. Overcomes the corner. Billy knocked it back in, but not with any great conviction. Sunderland are hanging on a bit at the moment. Dawes. Oh, good save by Sorensen. That was a good effort from Dean Barrick right at the end there, and Sorensen making amends for that earlier gaffe. Sweetly struck by Dean Barrick from some distance, and it flew through the defenders.
The Shakers take the field here at Old Trafford in front of a near full house. Making their way over to our right towards around 9,000 Shakers fans who've made the short 10-mile trip down the motorway. Dean Kiely, no stranger to Old Trafford. He won here when playing for York a few seasons back. Chris Lucketti, I'm sure, looking forward to the battle he's going to have tonight in this Worthington's Cup third round. Swales, who expects to have a lot to do this evening. There's Mark Patterson just warming up. Something that Laurent de Jaffo may not have thought he was going to experience was to play at Old Trafford. Here's Patterson. The Shakers getting the game underway, attacking the goal to our left in this first half. One or two names you might not know on the Manchester United team. Alex Ferguson doing as he has done in previous seasons and playing one or two of the younger players. May. The ball to the far side. De Jaffo comes across. Just knocked back there by Neville. United looking to play decisive ball through, and the shot comes in the end. Dean Kiely really had that covered from Wilson. An early chance for the home team. Redmond, free kick to the penalty area. The ball comes across. Ellis, it's the first chance for the Shakers, but really Ellis didn't get hold of it as he wanted. And Van der Gaar had a real easy chance there as the ball just spooned up from Tony Ellis's head. Neville. Trying to build patiently. Neville again. Cross comes John Rose to try and prevent any progress. He can't do so. Cruyff. Cruyff aims his shot up, but Dean Kiely right behind it. Ball intercepted by Swales. Away goes Swales down the Bury right. He's looking up. Plays it inside to De Jaffo. It's just behind the Bury number 9. And was he fouled? No, says the referee. Play on. And United bring the ball away into the Shakers half. That's a great turn by Cruyff. The first time, really, that he's got away from Bury's Andy Woodward. And here's Cruyff still gets his shot in. It didn't really have the power. And again, Dean Kiely down to take the ball safely for the Shakers. The shot coming in just from the edge of the penalty area. United with a free kick here. Shakers have built the wall. Solskjaer straight into the heart of the wall, and then a second opportunity blasted well wide from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Kiely. Rain's just stopped a little for the moment. It really has been throwing it down all evening. Here's Woodward. Dawes. Priest. I think Van der Gaar had that covered. The Shakers fans want something to cheer. And then a fine shot from Priest, but it was just that little bit wide. And I'm sure the keeper had it covered. James trying to put in a challenge. Solskjaer. Greening, can he force his way through? Solskjaer must be! Oh, he didn't get hold of it at all, and another good save from Dean Kiely, but Solskjaer should have buried that one. Kiely will be happy that he made the save. His goal kick, still the score at 0-0. He's trying to get a flick on. Shakers have done ever so well this evening. Here's Little James. I'm sure he didn't think he'd be playing on this sort of stage. He signed 2 days ago from Hyde United. He puts the ball across. Van der Gaar claims it on the line. One or two of the Shakers fans thought that he'd take the ball over the line. But neither official would have any of that. Rain coming down harder again. United throwing the ball into the penalty area. Solskjaer, the whistles you can hear are from the Shakers supporters. We're very, very close to extra time, and this would be a marvellous achievement from Bury. They could force extra time. Here's Solskjaer, gets his shot in, it's gone wide. And that'll be a goal kick. Can the Shakers waste a few more valuable seconds and force this extra time? Good foot in. United though still in possession. The ball spread wide for Neville. He'll look to get the ball over from here. That's what he does. Solskjaer, the header comes in, and it's a good save from Dean Kiely. The Bury defence get it clear. Woodward stuck so close to Jordi Cruyff all night. Here's James. Good turn by James. Looking for support. There's always support there. What can the Shakers do from here? James turns, gets his shot in curls, but it was just going wide. Good opportunity though for the Shakers, and well worked by Luther James. To Wes Brown. Just knocks it back. He's made a little run further forward. Plays the ball on. There's the route blocked by Dawes. Neville will try and prove Dawes wrong. Brown. Wants to put a challenge in on Brown. Now one comes in. Oh, but the ball drops nicely for Brown. Just wide. Dean Kiely looking at his defence. He realised it was a lucky deflection, but he's annoyed that Brown had an opportunity there from about 18 yards out. Priest, United get it clear. Here's Scholes, striding forward. Shakers looking a little tired, but they're still trying to get the challenges in. Now the ball is spread wide. Solskjaer! Oh, Carney got a hand to it, but it's gone in, and the Shakers' defences are breached. We're a minute into the second period of extra time, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's broken the deadlock, and has he broken the Shakers' hearts? The Shakers have 14 minutes to try and get an equaliser. Dean Kiely ever so close to that. He got a hand to it, he just couldn't flick it round the post. But it's United 1, Bury 0. Solskjaer. Greening. Scholes. Scholes to take on the Bury defence. Still Scholes. Charge down. Greening. Inside a penalty area. Oh, he's hit the post. Another chance here for United. It's put behind for a corner. Well, that could well have been two. United have a corner. The Shakers breathe a sigh of relief after Greening hits the post. Cruyff. Brown. United happy just to waste a little bit of time here. Brown. Ball inside. Oh, the defence has left it, and Nevland has got in behind the Bury defence, and that will seal it. There's 5 minutes to go. United have a 2-goal advantage. Brown put the ball across. Nobody went for it for the Shakers, and in the end, Kiely, no Leketi could get to it, and Nevland stuck out a foot, and into the back of the net went the ball for the second goal. And with 5 minutes remaining, the Shakers look to be heading out of the Worthingtons Cup for this season. United in possession. Neville, plenty of space. The Bury legs are tired. Another chance here, and that's a brilliant save by Dean Kiely. And he's got to the second ball. The shot coming in from Nevland. He was looking for his second and United's third, but Dean Kiely was on top form. Nevland. And there is the final whistle. the Shakers look a little dejected. They shouldn't be. They've taken United to extra time here, and it wasn't until 5 minutes from the end of extra time that the game was effectively settled with United's second goal. Dean Kiely, one of the heroes of the night, pulling off save after save tonight. The Bury faithful saluting the team. You can see how wet it is from the look there on the manager. He's absolutely soaked, but he's delighted. So Watford get us underway. The Shakers defending the goal to our right in this first half. Matthews. Ellis. Matthews. Great chance for Matthews. And the goalkeeper got his body behind it, got down to it. And the Shakers have a corner. This really is a good start from the Shakers. Well-won ball. Oh, great run. Ellis. Well, he just couldn't finish it off. A lovely move by the Shakers. The ball put through to Ellis, and he just couldn't put that final touch on to beat the goalkeeper. Billy falls for Djafo, and away he goes. Ellis finds some space. There's Dawes. Across to Woodward. Dawes. Can he get the shot in? Chips it out. Ellis! Oh, yes! Tony Ellis! Well, you can't say it hadn't been coming. The Shakers had started like a train. And that really, after 7 minutes, is no more than the Shakers deserve. Taken by Dean Kiely. Matthews. And still Matthews. Gets the ball across. Ellis! Oh, what a delightful flick from Tony Ellis. And he almost had his second goal. Quick throw out by Chamberlain. Here's Baisley. Oh, a nice flick. Baisley's continued his run. It's opening up for him here. And it's equalised. That is a fabulous goal from Watford's Darren Baisley. It was an interchange of passes all the way up the field, and then he curled it beautifully past Dean Kiely. And on 25 minutes, Watford have the equaliser. Kennedy. Johnson, long-range effort, and Dean Kiely had to make a save. That'll be a corner. Matthews with the free kick. Oh, and a good save by Chamberlain.
Ellis. Watford get it clear. Oh, and Watford are going to get a second goal. Well, the ball played through, and Mikkel Kong has given Watford the lead 4 minutes before the interval. A disaster for the Shakers' defence. And one does get the feeling that Watford don't really deserve that after the way the Shakers have played this first half. But that's what the scoreline will read. Bury 1, Watford 2, 4 minutes from half-time. And there's no way that Alan Smart was 10 yards there, more like 5. Dawes, far side, holds off the challenge, gets his crossover. Well, the goalkeeper had to palm it away and palmed it onto the crossbar before it was finally cleared. Matthews curls it over, it's a beauty! Oh, blimey, how close could you get? Header was from Chris Swales. It was beautifully flighted from Rob Matthews. And Watford bringing the ball away now. A long ball, and that's a good ball. The Shakers could be in trouble here. Well, there was a nudge, and I think there's going to be a bit of trouble here because Dean Kiley has struck Alan Smart, but Alan Smart nudged him over the advertising hoardings and dangerously into the crowd behind the goal. Well, a word from Mr. Fernandez and it's all over, and let's hope that it is all over. Oh, it's a good chance here for Smart. And it's just gone wide. The Bury defence ripped apart there with a quick break. Billy's throw, looking for De Jaffo. Well, it's going to be 3-1. Another disaster in the Bury defence. Laketti was determined to try and head the ball back to Dean Kiley. It didn't work that way, it was short. And in stepped Alan Smart to add the third and kill a goal 6 minutes from time. Was trying to get a foot in. Barnsley looking to get the ball across from this near side. Over it comes, it's headed clear. Still Barnsley looking to get the ball across again, and there's a little bit of space here where they can actually float the ball over. Over it comes, Ward's header! Oh, it's gone in. Dean Kiley couldn't get to it. Well, a disaster for the Shakers. It's only just on quarter of an hour, and Ashley Ward's opened the scoring for the home side. Dean Kiley looks dejected. Maybe he has a case there because the defenders didn't get up with Ashley Ward at all. Long ball looking for Matthews. Controlled on his chest. Still Matthews. Plays the ball through for Luton James.
Barnsley have claimed offside. It's not given. Here's James. Can he get the ball across? Yes, he can to Jaffo. It's an equaliser. And the Shakers, straight after half-time, have got the equaliser that I'm sure the manager was calling for in the half-time interval. And if you look at that to Jaffo, it's almost a back flick. Perfect for the Shakers. 1-1.
Got through, and James is in, and Lutel James has scored for Bury. His first ever league goal. The bounce favoured him, but he was persistent, and he's absolutely joyful. Well, Bury have only scored 4 away league goals this season, and that's the 4th. It was a long ball there, and James with his pace. The bounce of the ball favoured him, and he just tucked it away past Tracy for Bokis. Likes to get on the outside if he can. He can't, so it'll be another pass back for Derry's ball in. Flicked on by Saunders, and saved it. Surely an equaliser, and Sheffield United are level through Peter Cachoro. But Dean Kiley will be upset about that. The cross ball in seemed to have opened the way for a United equaliser. The first attempt came back off Kiley's boot. Well, they've certainly looked sounder at the back in this half, Sheffield United. And they try to get through on the offensive now with Stewart. Certainly a good chance for Sheffield United here. And it might well be number 2! It certainly is. And it struck beautifully into the net. As it was turned back there, Sheffield United take the lead for the first time in the game. And the long ball asks a lot of Saunders. He might do it though. Saunders in past the defender Swales. Here's Cachoro, hat-trick! What a day for Peter Cachoro. And it's his first ever hat-trick in English football. And isn't he elated?
Last time Grimsby Town came here to Gig Lane, it was a thriller. It ended 3-2 to the Shakers in what at the time was a promotion game. Seem to remember 2 superb goals from David Lee that afternoon. If we can get anything half as good this afternoon, the supporters will be really happy about that. Shakers in this first half attacking the goal to our right. Our first home appearance for Adrian Littlejohn, signed from Oldham Athletic. Littlejohn trying to get a shot on target. Ball just drifting wide. Jaffo's flick. Here's Littlejohn. Shot charged down. Spread wide to Foster. Not a good cross. Foster back in control. Swales. Nice header down for De Jaffo. Just gone wide. It's a goal kick. But a good header down for De Jaffo. Good ball through. Foster. Davidson makes the save. Jaws, another good save from Davidson. Those are the best chances of this half so far. So Smith with his free kick. Well, he took a slight flick and another slight deflection, and it goes wide of the post. Grimsby have a corner. I think Williams got the final touch for the Shakers, but I'm not so sure he knew too much about it. It's a good header! It's a great header! Chris Lucchetti dived on by half his team. But as the ball came over, he got his head to the ball. Hayden Davison couldn't get his hand to it. It struck the underside of the crossbar. And the Shakers in the first minute of this second half take the lead. Well, it's just over the crossbar. The wall did its job. Nothing more as Grimsby take a short free kick. And spread wide to this near side. Now the cross comes over. The header comes in, it's straight though at Dean Kiley from Leicester. Didn't really give him too many problems. The danger still there for the Shakers whilst the score is still at 1-0. John. He has support, gets the shot in himself, he brings a great save out of Hayden Davison. Take it. Here's Little John. And away he goes. Adrian Littlejohn over the halfway line. Half the Grimsby team in pursuit. Gets the crossover. Woodward. Well, it's just wide. I can see Chris Lucchetti screaming at Andy Woodward to get back. But what an excellent run from Adrian Littlejohn. And it was just a pity that Andy Woodward couldn't finish it off. Last effort, it's straight at Dean Kiley. Surely now the referee will blow.
Andy, I thought at the end of the day there that fair result really against Grimsby.
Yeah, I mean it was a scrap for 90 minutes really. I mean there wasn't much football played, but overall I mean we're happy with 3 points and a win. So I mean the gaffer's over the moon because we've been struggling recently with results, and it's a good win for us.
At the back, where you were playing this afternoon, we conceded a lot of possession in the opening, say 20 minutes or so, but really they didn't test Dean Kiley.
No, I mean, yeah, we did. I mean, the odd ball was knocking to them and they kept coming at us, but we held them around the edge of the box, which Gaffer told us to do, to keep them out, because the two forwards are good around the box. So Dean didn't really have much to do, save-wise, you know.
Bury today are in their change colours of blue shirts, white shorts, blue socks. They attack the goal away to our left in this first half, with Neil Warnock almost certainly going in with a 5-2-3 shape. It's a rather attacking lineup that the away boss has selected. Bury have been short of goals this season, especially away from home. Bob Taylor to Per Franson. Also good shot from Per Franson from great distance. Well, he's scored from that sort of range on several occasions this season. A right-footed shot that was always just dipping the wrong side of goal, but not very far away. Kylie was at full stretch. Paul Williams. De Jeffo winning the aerial contest against Michael Johansson. That header was by Luchetti. This is Sellers. Neatly played to Warhurst, who opens the play out to the left for Whitlow. Taylor's pulled wide, being pursued by Chris Swales. Franson. Jensen spinning in a neat fashion. Whitlow in towards Taylor, who's taken it onto his right side, and it's opened up for a shot for Taylor. Again, another good effort. Given away there by Newsom. Woodward to James. Whitlow's tackle. Gunnlaugsson to Johansson. Gunnlaugsson neatly played in towards Jensen. It might open up here for Michael Johansson! Oh, yes! What a super strike from the Little Dane. It flew into the top corner. 21.5 minutes gone. It's Bolton's 5th attempt on goal in the first half, and eventually you felt that the pressure would tell. Adrian Littlejohn is a player who will deliver the ball into the box. Outswinger, flicked on by James. Oh, and a great chance there for Bury, with Chris Swales coming very close to an equalising goal. Well, with three central defensive players, they've got quite a bit of ammunition in opposition penalty boxes. Adrian Littlejohn will take the corner kick, and the header is just over. There was a header from Lenny John Rose, and the ball was rising too high, and a goal kick, but Bury is certainly looking fairly dangerous. Franson's free kick up towards Gunnlaugsson. He turns and plays a slider ball in towards Klaus Jensen. Lovely pass. Johansson shot! Oh, what a goal from Michael Johansson! His second goal of the game, and it's an absolute gem, just like the first one. Well, the goal, quite simply, had quality all over it. Look at that for a finish. Franson. with a raking ball out to Johansson. Neil Cox joining the attack. Gunnlaugsson to Neil Cox. Gunnlaugsson's continued his run, totally unopposed. Cox has gone forward as well. If Sellers can pick out a good ball, he can. Now then, three in the middle as Cox swings the ball in, and a chance here for Arne Gunnlaugsson to make it three. Super finishing. Brilliant play by Bolton Wanderers. The goal coming in the 64th minute. And Arne Gunnlaugsson takes his goal scoring tally to the season for 13. Well, he could have shot straight away, but he set it himself, got the ball on his favoured left side, and there was never any doubt. We've just gone beyond the midway point in this second half, and Bolton Wanderers lead Bury by 3 goals to 0. Cross coming in from Johansson towards the near post. Oh, Bury in all sorts of trouble. Johansson makes it 4. I mean, it's Gunnlaugsson rather who makes it 4. His second of the game. Bolton Wanderers now lead by 4-0 with Icelander now taking his goals tally to 14 for the season. And it's debatable whether he'll have a more simple one. Dean Kiely closed down immediately by Dean Holsworth. Now onside for Andy Priest. Side netting. I think the Jeskalainen got a touch to it. He did. Corner. Yeah, was heading towards the near post area. Priest with the flank. This is Warhurst. Elliott turning, and careless play by him. Avdiv to Andy Priest, who lines up a curling shot, bends it over the top of the crossbar. Well, he specialises in those type of goals. Can recall a couple he scored for Crystal Palace and Blackpool, 2 of his previous clubs. Foster's throw. Priest's flick in field. Franson short to Elliott. Gunnlaugsson heading it down. This is Sellers. Gunnlaugsson's gone forward for the reverse pass. He'll take that ball, but he's a little bit wide. But Johansson's drifting up in support. 2 other players in the middle. Gunnlaugsson might go for goal. He's looking for the hat-trick. And had it not been for the instinctive reactions of Dean Kiely, he would have got the hat-trick.